This is ABC 7 News at 11, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis. Thanks so much for joining us. Haley is off tonight. Our top story this evening, a life-saving medication will soon be in the hands of every Bradenton police officer. The department will now carry Narcan in hopes of reducing the number of fatal opioid overdoses. ABC 7's Jess Dowdrick has a story now from Bradenton.
Sadly, heroin overdoses have become a common occurrence here in the city of Bradenton, and many times the police department will arrive on scene before EMS. Now those officers have one more tool in their toolbox to help them save lives.
It's affected us a lot.
Jerry Stanhope has lost 5 loved ones in just 2 years to heroin overdoses. One of them was her son. Stanhope says she wishes that her family members had the second chance at life that many addicts in the city of Bradenton will now have, thanks to a $20,000 grant from the state that will put Narcan in the pockets of officers.
I think that's wonderful. I think it should have happened a long time ago. I carry it in my purse all the time, and I'm hoping MSO gets it too.
Heroin overdoses are up 366% in the city of Bradenton when compared to last year.
Right now, 98 overdoses, 9 deaths, and we're at the end of May. So obviously the need is there.
Right now, only EMS and the Bradenton Fire Department administer Narcan, a medication used to block the effects of opioids. This grant money allows the department to purchase 400 doses of Narcan. It sounds like a lot, but because the heroin moving through Manatee County is sometimes laced with fentanyl and carfentanil, one dose sometimes isn't enough to bring an addict back.
Some take up to, I've seen up to 4 when I was on the road. I saw up to 4 doses on one person before that actually took effect.
Each BPD officer will receive training on administering the drug.
We're in the life-saving business, so we obviously any tool we can get that will help save a life or prevent someone from either becoming permanently injured from it or even dying is a great tool.
It's unclear at this point exactly when the department will receive the Narcan. However, they expect the process to move along quickly. They are already talking about training. In Bradenton, Jess Dowdrick, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
All right, Jess, thank you. 2 people escaped injury today after the small plane they were flying had a mechanical failure. The pilot and passenger had taken off from Manatee Airport in this ultralight sport plane. When they had to make the emergency landing, the pilot was able to find a place to land in a nearby field at Jones Potato Farm. The plane had some minor damage to the front landing wheel. Major progress on a frustratingly long construction project in Sarasota. The second and final micro tunnel segment is now complete in the Lift Station 87 project. The 560-foot long tunnel under Luke Wood Park connects the lift station to the wastewater main under Hudson Bayou. There's still a lot of work left in this project, including installing a wastewater main, testing new pipelines, and restoring Osprey Avenue. The Osprey Avenue Bridge over the Hudson Bayou is expected to reopen in July. Work on the lift station will begin later this summer. The no swim advisory at Casperson Beach is now lifted just in time for the weekend. State health officials say test results show bacteria levels there are now at acceptable range. Beachgoers can now swim and enjoy other water activities at Casperson, and there are no other water advisories in place at any beaches in Sarasota or Manatee counties. Great news there. Let's find out how the weather will be. Here's Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan with more. Bob?
Yeah, looking pretty good, really. I just got the red tide report in too today, and it shows just a low level to background levels at just a couple of spots in Manatee and Sarasota County, so that's good news on that front too. 72 degrees, nice out there with a low dew point temperature, making it feel even better. Winds out of the northwest at 6, and the pressure continuing to rise at this hour at 30.08 inches. The frontal system, which is bringing us all this mild conditions, at least during the morning hours, is now down to our south, fading away. We're looking at fair skies here and across most of the southeast. That's the way it is, a result of a large area of high pressure, which will dominate our weather right through all this holiday weekend. Now, there's been a lot of dry air in place in the mid to upper levels of the atmosphere, so no real threat of any significant rainfall around at this point. However, as we move into next week, there's a chance we'll start to see a return to those afternoon showers and storms. And who knows, maybe we'll get into the early summer pattern this particular year. We'll have much more in our forecast for the boaters, which are expected to be really packed full of boating this weekend in area waters. We'll have more on that coming up in a few minutes. Back to you, Scott.
All right, Bob, thank you. With a record number of people planning to travel this holiday weekend, there are new warnings tonight about the risk of attacks. According to the Secretary of Homeland Security, the terror risk is now as high as it was on September 11, 2001. He's also warning Congress that homegrown lone wolf attacks will likely continue.
What I have learned in the last 120 days is this, relentless attempt on the part of terrorists to blow up airplanes and flight. Ideally, big airplanes with a lot of people. We are watching a number of very, very sophisticated, advanced threats right now.
The increased threat comes as President Trump looks to cut funding to Transportation Security Administration's Viper program. That program dispatches 31 teams of law enforcement and explosives experts to soft targets based on the threat level. The budget cuts would leave only 8 teams in place. AAA expects travel this Memorial Day weekend to be the busiest in more than a decade. It was off to a rough start for people hitting the road in Miami today. Look at this mess. The southbound lanes of I-75 were shut down in Oakland Park for about an hour after a truck caught fire on the interstate. The driver was able to get out and was not hurt. The fire causing traffic to be back up for miles, though. The interstate reopened around 3 o'clock this afternoon. The hallowed grounds of the Sarasota National Cemetery will become a sea of red, white, and blue throughout the holiday weekend. Thousands of visitors will pay their respects to the veterans who are interred there. Tomorrow, the cemetery will hold its Memorial Day ceremony. In the morning, hundreds of volunteers from Flags for Fallen Veterans will place an American flag on every gravestone in the cemetery. Tomorrow's program at Patriot Plaza begins at 10 a.m. It will feature patriotic music as well as State Representative and Navy veteran Julio Gonzalez and retired Lieutenant General Thomas Montgomery as the main speakers. Members of Venice Middle School's Young Marines program are also honoring our fallen heroes this weekend. Each year, the Young Marines program tries to do something to honor the men and women who served our country. In preparation for a ceremony at Venice Memorial Gardens, the Young Marines placed flags on each gravestone for members of the military. Many of the students hope to someday join the Marine Corps. And lots of events are planned across the Suncoast this weekend and on Monday to honor the military men and women who paid the ultimate sacrifice for our nation. You can find a complete list of events on our website. Just go to mysuncoast.com. Straight ahead, Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back. He'll take a look at the holiday weekend forecast, plus new developments in the Russia investigation as Jared Kushner comes under scrutiny for 2 meetings he held after the election. And a scary situation in St. Lucie County after a bounce house collapses with children inside. We'll show you who's to blame.
Across America with Mega Jackpots, it's Mega Millions.
What's up, America? I'm John Crowder. It's Friday, May 26th, and tonight's Mega Millions jackpot is an estimated annuitized $58 million. To win that jackpot, you must match these 5 white balls plus that gold Mega Ball. Now, let's see if I can make you a millionaire tonight. Our first winning number tonight is 56. That's followed by 26. Up next, we have 28. Your next number is 25, and your final white ball for this Friday evening is 37. Now for the Mega Ball. Tonight's Mega Ball number is 5. Again, tonight's winning numbers are 56, 26, 28, 25, 37, and the gold Mega Ball is 5. Now, if no match has lost 6 numbers, Tuesday's jackpot could be $65 million. Play on, America.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the blingiest of them all? You are, with Spectralite diamonds, all gorgeous and affordable. Only found at Creative Gems, where you always get big bling for little ching.
ABC 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you weeknights at 5.
With all the furniture choices you have, where do you shop? How about Bacon's Furniture and Bedding, now available in Sarasota? Treat yourself to a new Beauty Sleep Queen mattress set starting at only $399 and save up to $800 off an adjustable base with your mattress purchase. Find huge Memorial Day discounts of up to 70% off throughout our showroom with hundreds of items ready for immediate delivery. It's the Memorial Day sales event going on now at Bacon's Furniture and Bedding, available now in Sarasota. Nobody beats Bacon's.
Drive into Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota and discover big savings during the Drive and Discover event. Come shop the Suncoast's largest selection of new Jeep Wranglers, or stop by today and drive away in a 2017 Jeep Cherokee for just $18,999. And for a limited time, get America's best value, a new Dodge Journey for as little as $15,999. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Don't hate me because I'm blingable. Get your bling on with affordable Spectralite diamonds exclusively at Created Gems in Gold and Silver, where you always get big bling for little ching.
Well, as he often does this time of year, you were out in Longboat Key this evening during our 5 and 6 o'clock newscast, spreading the gospel on hurricanes.
Yeah, and Craig Fugate, who's retired now from FEMA, he was there. He was the director of FEMA for many years. And I asked him what he's doing in retirement, because I'm not really retired. I'm still going around to communities trying to help people get prepared. You know, you can't it never gets out of your blood, because it's such an important thing to do is prepare for the upcoming hurricane season. Great talk out there, and a lot of the talk wasn't about the wind, the waves, and the high surf, and also the storm surge. It was more about the after effects of hurricanes and how dangerous they can be. You know, we do a lot of teaching about the effects of hurricanes, but the after effects are sometimes more dangerous now. We're starting to learn. Vanway's a webcam showing clear skies out there. Nice night for us here along the Suncoast as a result of a large area of high pressure, and it looks like that will stay in control throughout Memorial Day weekend. Viewer photos of this one from Lido. Not many clouds there to create those awesome colors that we can sometimes see, but nonetheless a great shot you see right there from Turtle Beach. Cheryl sending this one in. A little tidal pool as the waves were going out. The waves have settled down considerably too from what we saw over the past couple of days now. Live sweep of the radar, not showing any rainfall around. I believe this right here, again, some military exercises going on down there, so that is not rain, but quiet weather all across the southeast. Things will change a little bit tomorrow night across the deep south with a frontal system approaching, but it's not going to make it all the way down here. 72 degrees. The temperature still seems rather warm, but it's the dew point temperature that's so nice. 64 degrees right now, and winds are out of the northwest at 6. The pressure 30.08 inches. That's high. That continues to rise. The high was right about where it's supposed to be. The low this morning, though, at 63. Wasn't that nice? And the record low, 55, set back in 1979. No rainfall to report, and for the month now, we're just over 5 inches for the month and still below for the year. As far as that goes, winds are very light and variable throughout most of the day tomorrow. Then we'll start to see a little bit of a westerly component developing with the sea breeze right around 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It'll be 10 miles an hour up to 15 at times, but should not be all that heavy as far as boaters are concerned, or beachgoers for that matter. The hourly forecast will start off in the upper 60s, and then we'll warm up into the mid-80s by midday, right around 86, 87 degrees. Inland areas will be close to 90 degrees. The national weather scene right now, the big story is that one storm's exiting the northeast United States, but another one is moving in through the Ohio Valley. And some pretty big storms now near Cincinnati, entering in toward, looks like Fort Wayne, Indiana. Some pretty big storms, as well as toward Toledo. Another line of showers and storms expected to move on in there. Severe weather warnings in effect now for western portions of Ohio. Out west, storm system emerging into the plain states, causing some rough weather to break out there into east Colorado, western Kansas, and also southwest Nebraska tonight, where there have been some tornadoes reported there. For us, a different story. Generally fair skies on Saturday, Sunday, and even into Monday. Memorial Day looks to be pretty good, although it will be a little warmer, but no threat of any significant rainfall at all. and we'll see a few showers to the north of us on Sunday as that frontal system approaches, and then it quickly fades away, though, as it moves off to the south. There may be a little bit of residual cloudiness around on Sunday afternoon, but should not be a factor in terms of any rainfall for us. Temperatures around the U.S., well, it's pretty chilly into the 50s and 60s over the northern Rockies and throughout the Ohio Valley. Right now into Chicago, it's 56 degrees there. Winds out of the east tomorrow at 10 knots only, and seas running right around 2 feet or less. A light chop on the bays and inland waters. The water temperature now 82 degrees, and the forecast checks in like this. Tides upcoming for tides. The high tide will be at 3:41, and the forecast clear tonight. Mild, 68 for your low. Tomorrow, sunshine and plenty of it, and highs right around 88 degrees for the most part. The extended forecast calling for 90 by Memorial Day. Only a slight chance for a shower or two on Tuesday. A little bit better chance for those scattered storms in the afternoon and evening on Thursday and Friday. Scott?
All right, Bob, thank you. President Trump's son-in-law and senior advisor Jared Kushner is under scrutiny by the Federal Bureau of Investigation for his contact with the Russians. They're investigating 2 meetings Kushner had last December. One between Kushner and the Russian ambassador, which included former national security advisor Michael Flynn. The other was with the head of the Russian bank with ties to the Kremlin. The Washington Post reports Russian ambassador told his superiors that he and Kushner discussed setting up a secret communications channel between Trump's transition team and the Kremlin. Kushner also reportedly did not initially document his meetings on his security clearance forms, which is required. Here in Florida, Democratic Congress members are continuing their efforts to pass the Equality Act. House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi and 2 other Florida representatives hosting a public discussion in Broward County on giving full equality to the LGBT community and protecting Floridians from discrimination.
The Equality Act says that every LGBT American has the equal right to pursue the American dream. That's why we are pursuing passage of the Equality Act, and we will not stop until we succeed.
The act would amend the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and prohibit discrimination on the basis of sexual orientation and gender identity. A birthday party turned scary for a St. Lucie County family after a bounce house collapsed. Video that has now gone viral shows a man intentionally unplugging it before walking away. ABC's Chuck Syvertson has a story.
It was supposed to be a fun day, a birthday party for this 1-year-old girl in Port St. Lucie, Florida. Then the unthinkable, this 250-pound bouncy house collapsed without warning.
This is something that could have hurt the kids really, really badly.
Roughly a dozen children inside, many of them toddlers.
We couldn't really reach to all the kids, and we unfortunately had to put one of the kids through the leg.
Home security video appears to show a neighbor unplugging the device. 2 children taken to the doctor, one for distress, the other possible injuries from the heavy plastic.
Get out of here, get out of here.
Issues with bouncy houses are not uncommon. Last month, a strong gust of wind sent this inflatable with children inside airborne at a carnival in South Carolina. In 2016, 8 children at an elementary school near Denver, Colorado were hurt after one collapsed on top of them. And in 2015, a waterspout came ashore and lifted this device onto a Florida beach. 3 children were hurt. Our own Lindsay Davis offered some tips from this 2011 story that appeared on ABC's Good Morning America.
On a standard jumper like this, you typically would have 4 anchor points, and they'd either be secured by a 50-pound sandbag or a stake like this. You'd use the sandbag for an area with asphalt and the stake for a grassy area. But on a particularly windy day, you'd use both.
According to Port St. Lucie police, the man seen pulling the power cord was not happy with the music they were playing and was possibly trying to unplug the sound system. It's unclear if he'll face any charges. Chuck Syvertson, ABC News, New York.
With a new attraction opening at Walt Disney World this weekend, the CEO of Disney World says security is their #1 priority. Bob Iger is at Disney World this week celebrating the opening of Pandora, the world of Avatar, at Animal Kingdom. Iger says that while he's there, he's reviewing security at all Disney sites.
It's a difficult, unpredictable world. And if you're running a business like this, being mindful of those realities is taking the time, investing the amount of money necessary to do whatever you possibly can.
Just a few months ago, Disney made several changes to security, including requiring all guests to be screened through a metal detector and changing procedures on finger scanning. Tomorrow is the big day of the opening of that Pandora attraction. It brings to life the world created on screen by James Cameron 8 years ago in the hit movie Avatar. From the Navi River journey to the bioluminescent rainforest, it also features rugged floating mountains and all sorts of animals and creatures. Sports is next. Stay with us.
Watch ABC7's Osprey Cam on Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, and Opera TV. And get an exclusive bird's eye view of Sarah and Soda, our own resident Osprey couple. With ABC7's state-of-the-art high-definition Osprey Cam with night vision, you'll get an up-close and personal look at all the Osprey action live 24/7. And you might just be the first to spot an egg. Search ABC7 on your streaming device. Download the free ABC7 channel app and click on Osprey Cam.
I was always worried and scared. Mom was in pain. She wasn't going to get any better, and all the trips to the ER were painful for all of us. Then we called Tidewell Hospice, and everything changed. Now she has care in our home when she needs it, surrounded by family. We know we don't have much time left with Mom, but we decided to make the best out of that time. Tidewell Hospice, it's more than you think.
It's no small wonder anybody loves it all.
I just love art that moves me.
No small,
I mean, really moves me.
wonder.
Sunset Fiat of Sarasota presents No Small Wonder. High performance style. Let the art of Fiat move you.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate
or shop at Goodwill,
I'm creating a job.
I am Goodwill, yeah, yeah.
What Florida city is best known for spaceflight?
Cape Carnival.
Cape Carnival? Close enough. What condiment includes vinegar, molasses, and anchovies?
Westchester sauce?
Close enough. And now, a word from our sponsors.
One-off from the Florida Lottery. Now available for pick 2, 3, 4, and 5 games. Miss by one on any or all numbers and still win.
Attention, Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you getting all the benefits you're entitled to? Did you know there may be money available to lower your medical prescription costs? Call Health Markets and we'll tell you if you qualify.
Hi, I'm Dr. Martin Jeetsi. It's a new Medicare year. That means more changes and more confusion. The key question is, what can you do now to ensure you get the care you need in the coming year?
Call Health Markets today. You may qualify to save money on prescriptions. We'll help you find plans that may cost less, cover more, and could even lower your prescription costs to increase your savings. We help you find all the benefits you're entitled to, and we do it at no cost.
Make sure you have what you need to get the care that's right for you.
Find out if you qualify to receive extra help with your prescriptions. Call the number on the screen now. Representatives are standing by.
Now, sports.
The Tampa Bay Rays back on the road after a winning homestand. The Rays in Minneapolis tonight to face the Twins. Chris Archer starting for Tampa Bay, and he had the good stuff tonight, striking out Brian Dozier, then Joe Mauer, then Miguel Sano. Brian Buxton goes down on strikes, and then it's Dozier again. Archer with 11 strikeouts tonight. He pitched into the 8th inning. Providing the offense, Logan Morrison with a man on. He goes deep and gone to right field. It's 2-0 Rays. Kevin Kiermaier would follow up with a 2-run shot of his own. And then later, Steven Souza, a solo shot. Final score tonight, Rays win at 5-2 over Minnesota. We're learning more tonight about when construction could begin on the new spring training facility for the Atlanta Braves in Northport. According to the West Villages, where the stadium and fields will be built, work could begin by September. The construction and design teams have both been chosen for the project, and pre-construction work is already underway. Crews have a strict deadline to finish the new facility. Contractors have been told to finish work by mid-January of 2019 to ensure it's done in time for spring training that year. The one thing that has to be done now is requesting and getting $20 million in state funding. A final day of practice before Sunday's Indy 500. It's called Carb Day not the kind you eat, but when cars had carburetors. It's also the day for the traditional pit stop contest. Will Power taking on James Hinchcliffe in the finals. Power and his Penske crew win it. Penske crews have won more of these than any other team. Penske driver Helio Castroneves has won here 3 times, and he knows firsthand how hard it is to win the season's biggest race.
It's 500 miles, man. I mean, it's a 3.5-hour race, 6 or 8 pit stops. There is circumstances that you haven't practiced, even though you spend about a week training. There is circumstances that happens that it's new, and that's probably some of the indications why it's so hard.
It's going to be a great show, and you can see the Indy 500 right here on ABC 7 Sunday afternoon, beginning at noon. Tonight's winning lotto numbers are next.
Fresh out of the box, the Alfa Romeo won us over. We went in skeptical and left in awe of this gorgeous machine. Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
ABC 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you weeknights at 5.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Celebrate and salute our heroes during the Memorial Day clearance and pay no interest for 48 months with same-day pickup or next-day delivery. This special purchase Florida-styled bedroom group now $5.99 with a matching 3-drawer nightstand free. This special purchase dual reclining sofa now $4.99. And this special purchase CertaQueen Perfect Sleeper Set now $3.99. Exclusively at the Furniture Warehouse in Sarasota, Bradenton, Venice, Port Charlotte, and Ellenton.
Save big!
It's Lincoln's summer sales event here at Alex Karras Lincoln. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKC Sports Utility for $249 per month or 2017 MKZ for $299 per month. We are proud to introduce the newest addition to the Lincoln lineup, the all-new 2017 Lincoln Continental. We have a great selection and ready for immediate delivery. Alex Karras Lincoln, affordable luxury, winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award, serving Florida's Suncoast since 1978. We are located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
Come on in, welcome to our pad. Trust me, folks, you're in for a ride. I'm driving, so relax. Unwind, leave your bunk, it's all behind. Get ready to blow your mind. In Beatsville, don't be shy. Come and make the scene. Catch the crazy party inside. The hipsters here are gone. And dig, man, they're on to something big. Yeah, they're gonna flip your wig in Beatsville. Catch the gig in Beatsville.
If you've ever had a bad night's sleep, call and price the new Craftmatic Legacy. It has so much more than other adjustables and still costs up to 50% less. Featuring a rising adjustable pillow rest to support your head, neck, and shoulders, bedside power plugs, under-bed night lights, and more. So call and price one today for less, up to 50% less than Tempur-Pedic, Sleep Number, and other adjustables.
You get so much more and it still costs less. You've got to see how little they cost.
Call 1-800-774-8103. That's 1-800-774-8103. Call now.
It does things that seem impossible. Feeling like it could change direction while airborne. Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
As we begin the holiday weekend and honor the men and women who serve our country, one town in North Carolina has found a very interesting way to pay tribute to our troops. Boots are being laid out across the town of Havelock. Every 4 steps, there's a flag and a pair of boots. Each pair has been worn by a soldier who has served and has a note and a picture attached to share their story. Some of those soldiers never made it home, while others donated their own boots to the cause. The idea was started by a woman whose husband and son are both military veterans. She says she hopes to continue this tribute year after year. Really makes an impression, doesn't it, Bob?
Yeah, it sure does. Makes a difference right there. And, you know, the weekend isn't just about hot dogs, hamburgers, cookouts, or boating. It's a little bit more, obviously. And the weather is going to cooperate quite nicely, too, for all the events taking place. I know we have a parade on Monday right at 10 o'clock downtown Sarasota. And there are other parades, obviously, throughout this Sun Coast as well. Weather couldn't be better all the way through it. And looks like we'll see a chance for a few showers and storms come Wednesday, but more so Thursday and Friday at 40%. And looks to be pretty good, though.
Maybe into the summer pattern.
Yeah, hopefully maybe we'll get an early start to it this year.
That would be great. We need it. Thank you so much for joining us. We wish you a happy and safe Memorial Day weekend. Good night, everyone.